Hi everyone, this is Chris with Peace of Mind Art and Crafts, and I'm here today to show you, this is the third video about the decorated file folder envelopes. On one of the file folder envelopes I used a slow stitch heart, so I'm going to show you some of the slow stitched hearts that I have, and that I do have some in my Etsy shop. And so if you look on the link below where it says see more, and you click that, then it'll show you where to go to get to my Etsy shop. And so these are some of the ones that I've recently completed. I'll just show them to you one at a time, or a couple at a time. We can see them. I really have a lot of fun doing these. Basically, they're just backed with a piece of muslin. After I complete them, the slow stitched heart, then I back them with a piece of muslin, and I do put a ribbon in the top in case you wanted to use them as an ornament or to hang them somewhere. But they also can be, the ribbon can be cut off or hidden so that you could use them as a pocket. Also on the on any of your journals, or they make an excellent use on the front of a journal or of one of these envelopes that we made, one of these file folder envelopes. So I'll show them to you. Notice I used a lot of my buttons. I used fabrics that I have. You don't need very big pieces of fabric, just kind of small pieces will do. I loved this rose fabric that I had. I think this is the last piece that I have left. I did some little French knots in the middle of it. Another one. Here I tried some different thing on the yo-yo. I tried to do kind of a cross stitch on the center part of the yo-yo coming out of it, and I kind of like that effect. It kind of looks like a star a little bit. There's another one. Mr. Yorkie. I had a Yorkie. We had one for 14 years. He was a great dog. Great dog if anyone's thinking about getting a Yorkie. The reason I got one is because I'm allergic to a lot of cats and dogs, and with the Yorkie, it's they don't shed. Their hair is kind of like our hair. It comes out a little bit, but they don't shed normally. So you don't have the problem of allergies as much. Go. All right, those are my slow stitch hearts, and like I said, I have a group of them on my Etsy now, and if you want me to put on any of these that you saw today, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll put it on Etsy. And but take a look at the ones that are there already too. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you our file folders that we got finished, and I'll show you the first one that we finished. This one was the one with the slow stitched heart, and I did end up gluing that to putting that on the bottom part of the file folder. Let me try to get this all in camera for you so you can see. I did end up going with a kind of a beach theme on this folder, and the second video showed how I applied all of the different beach scenes. This is kind of a flip through of it. I put a little I took a bulb pin, and I wrapped it, a piece of lace, a strip of lace, and tied it on there. And then I put a little charm that is a starfish on there. and I tucked that in there. I pinned it on. And then sometimes when these things are on here, especially when you open them up, to open up the folder to put something in, these charms, they flop around so much, and then you always have to readjust them. So I have found that if I tack it down with just a tiny bit of glue, that solves that problem. I did add one of Agnes's buttons to the front, and the closure that I have here is those little sticky dots, Velcro dots. Okay, got the closure. I added a label over here so that the person that gets this can label it if they want with their name or memories or whatever they want to put on there. I have the thumb hole so we can reach in here. Show you the inside. Inside is just the plain file folder. Okay, and also on the flap I have some roses and some lace. This lace I took a bunch of strips and I just tied them together in the center. And then I added the roses over the top of it. Okay, and when you open it out, one of the reasons I like this kind of closure too is with this Velcro dot, you can't really see that very much. It doesn't, take away from the look of the folder, and it holds it down there just enough to keep it closed. Okay, and I decorated this one. We used the postcard paper in the back. I did make the slow stitch heart into a pocket. So I glued it down. What I did was I put paper on the back of it, and I glued it down only on the sides, and I left this top part open so that it could be a pocket. I have some little papers in here that you could write on. Okay, and of course this goes up underneath there. I made a tiny tag out of one of the little beach ladies and her daughter sitting in the sun. And I have two other beach scenes here and here. And after I got those finished, gluing those down, then I glued the frames on top of those. And these are the Tim Holtz frames that we used. Here's what I did. I added a little piece of lace on the corner there. I added this strip of lace across the bottom first. This strip of lace. And then I had a piece of lace and then one of Agnes's buttons. And over here, the same thing. I had a little bit of lace. This actually is the same lace that's up top here. A little piece of it. And with a button. I always think it's kind of a good thing to repeat elements in a piece of art, I call it art, that you work on, to repeat some of the elements so that you get some consistency going. Okay, and I'll show you the back. I did decorate the back. I put, this top part was the doily just folded over a bit. Remember how we did that? I'll show you it opened up. And then what I did was I took a strip of lace, crocheted lace. This isn't antique. This was just some that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I glued that piece. I cut it in half, I believe, and I glued that because it was wider. Okay, and then I also used for the background here. I used the postcard paper and then some of the music paper, and two than 2 beach scenes. Some more music paper here. Okay, so that's our biggest file folder envelope. Then you saw these other ones earlier while I was working on them. I'll show them to you again. This one's the smallest one, and it has a flower motif that we made in the Agnes's Buttons video. Has a closure again with one of the buttons, and it has the little Velcro dots here. It's a thumb hole. This would be a good place to keep some ephemera or maybe a couple of letters or memorabilia that you have that's important to you. I add a bow here. We have lace across here with some buttons. Once again, I did the little bulb pin with a charm, and I did glue that little charm down. Just a little, actually I didn't really glue it down, I kind of tacked it down with a little bit of fabric tack so that it wouldn't flop around. And then I decorated the back with the same paper that I used on the front. I believe this is Artie Mays paper, I'm pretty sure. Andrea Artie Mays. She makes some really wonderful digitals. And then I also use some rub-ons here and there. So that's the little one. And these 3 envelopes will be on my Etsy shop also. Here's the middle-sized one. And for this one, I used one of the cone flower holders that I saw how to make on G. Kerr's channel. She made them out of book pages. I'll show it to you. Maybe if I show it to you like this way, you can see it better. And then I add some flowers at the top and a bow, some lace underneath this area. And then I glued it down. Lace on the top here. Once again, the bow pin with the charm. I found this little piece on the top of one of these flowers. One of these fell off, so I just kind of put it on a piece of lace for the closure. And I used sheet music for the background. Glued a portrait of a girl. This is Artie Mays digital, and a little flower in her hair. Some bling in the back. The back is kind of simple on here. I just have a piece of lace and then glue a clock. This is out of paper, and I just put a brad through it and then glued it down. Okay. Thanks for joining me today, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Take a look at my Etsy shop if you're interested in these, or possibly some of the other slow stitch charts. I appreciate you coming today and watching my video. As always, I love my subbies. Thank you so much for supporting me and watching me. You guys mean a lot to me. I wish you all peace of mind. Bye now.